Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Word With Zay podcast. I am your host, Zaylen Herald, and today, guys, this week is episode 10. And for this great episode, we have brought back a very special guest. You know her from episode 3. She is a wife, she is a mother and entrepreneur. She is also my best friend and my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome back to the Word With Zay podcast, Miss Martina Jacobs.
Super excited to be back, and I'm so excited for the 10th episode. This is a big deal.
Yes, I'm so glad to have you back. But before we get started, I just want to take a quick moment and just send our heartfelt thoughts and prayers to the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. I'm sure many people know that there was a fire that took place there a few days ago. So we just want to send our love and prayers to you guys down there in the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. So now, me and you, Marty, we are huge wrestling fans.
Yes, we
And we
are.
just recently had the Elimination Chambers match, well, pay-per-view, this past Saturday. And just to go down the line really quick, we had the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We had Trish Stratus come out of retirement and side with Tiffany Stratton to go against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. We then had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, a crazy, crucial match, which is best friends turned into bitter rivals. And then we also had a men's Elimination Chamber match with a complete total plot twist at the end. And I must say that was a very, very good chamber match. I believe that's the best chamber Elimination
Yeah,
Chamber pay-per-view I've seen in a while.
it was. That was one of that. It was great. It was really good.
Yeah, and it started off with the women's elimination chamber match, and at the very beginning, we seen something crazy happen. We seen Jade Cargill return and literally annihilate Naomi. How do you
No,
feel about that?
first of all, I think that Bianca and Naomi are the duo that we did not know we needed, and so I love them. So I am pretty sad that that went down, but it was kind of like it was kind of expected a little bit. Well, not fully expected. Like I didn't think it was gonna be that brutal, but I mean, in Jade's defense, like I feel like Naomi took her partner. I mean, that's what she thinks, possibly. So, yeah, I hate it happened like that, but I'm really glad Bianca won. I am because I love Bianca. Blair. I love her.
So we seen. I don't know. Did you see where they showed footage on Monday Night Raw a couple weeks prior to the pay per view of
Oh yeah,
um,
about
Raquel
making her look
Rodriguez
like
and Liv
Liv.
Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it it could be, it could be that she thought that it was Naomi.
So, do you think that it really was Liv and Raquel, or do you think that it really was Naomi and the way that they had the cameras panned into, you think Naomi may have been the one recording, and the way she had the
Yeah,
camera set up, it looked like Raquel and Liv Morgan done it by the way they were walking past the camera?
yeah. I think it easily could have been like that, but I also think she was still just bitter that her partner's gone too.
That's a good point. I think I kind of agree with that. And also, do you really think that Bianca Belair should have won that Chambers match?
Because I love Bianca Belair. But I do. There is the women's division right now. It has really good talent. So I mean, I do understand where there could have been opportunities for a lot more um women to win, but I'm happy with Bianca. I like Bianca, and I thought that was a good win.
Honestly, I didn't think Bianca should have won because I just didn't see her being in a good headspace after
Yeah, I mean,
seeing
she
her
just
best
watched.
friend. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. You're right. I agree with that.
And I can't lie, like I was really pulling for Alexa Bliss to win that match.
Yeah, I like Alexa Bliss too. But I just don't think it's her time.
Yeah. Um and I can't lie to you, after seeing Jade Cargill return the way and do what she done, I've been saying the whole time, ever since she got injured, I have been saying that I'm looking forward to a Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill showdown at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I
Yeah,
feel
that would
like
be great.
that, yeah, like that would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Bianca won, so she earned her spot. She punched her
Yeah,
ticket, as
she
they
did.
say, to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next match of the night, we have Trish Stratus coming out of retirement to go with Tiffany Stratton, teaming up with her to face Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
Mm-hmm. I love Trish Stratus, and I feel like, okay. So my opinion on the Trish Stratus and like Tiffany Stratton thing is I love it because of like I remember Trish Stratus when I was a little girl. Like she loved her music hitting. I remember just all pink. I love Trish. So
Hey, just give me 1 second, just one. Why ain't you following us on our social medias? Why haven't you downloaded the podcast? Why? And I need to know. Huh? Huh? Exactly. There's no excuse. So this is what I need from you guys. I need for you to go right now. Before we get back to this show, I need for you to go to Instagram and I need you to go to TikTok. In the search bar, I need for you to type in a.p.inc media underscore. It'll pop right on up there. Just hit the follow button. And then I need for you to slide right on over. It's right there across the street from it. It's right there on Podcast Avenue. You'll see it as soon as you turn left from Social Media Street. Turn left and you'll see it. Podcast Avenue. Big old sign. The Word With Zay podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. And you can also slide it on YouTube as well if you want to watch it visually. But I need for you guys to go to those platforms, wherever you would like to tune in, and go and hit that follow button and also download. Alright, love you guys. Let's get back to the show. Deuces.
and like now watching it with my boys, like my boys, especially Kiki, loves him some Tiff, like loves him some her. Okay, so it's kind of cool to me. It's like generation. Like I kind of feel like Tiff's like trying to be the next Trish Stratus, and I mean she kind of is. You know, she's like I just feel like the way the WWE right now is like generation versus generation. Like with the Cody Rhodes and John Cena thing, like rivalry. Like Cody Rhodes is basically this generation's John Cena, which is wild to me. You know, like it's so cool to see them against one another. Like I don't know, I just like that aspect of it all. Like I think how it's like a whole full circle type of moment that I think is super
Mm-hmm.
cool. So I love. And also I think Tiff and Trish are a duo we never knew we needed, but I'm here for it. I stand them.
So, do you think that they just brought back the WWE just brought back Trish Stratus just simply because it was in Toronto, Canada this year,
A
and
hundred percent.
she's from Canada?
Yeah, they just
Because like,
needed. I mean, they needed that. They needed to build up that hype. They needed to. I mean, they needed because I mean that like usually John Cena comes out and hypes up Canada. Like
right.
he wasn't about to hype them up. Did that people like he wasn't about to hype nobody up. Like so I just kind of feel like they needed Trish to come out and which was great. I loved them. It was a great moment, and I also read that like this was the first WrestleMania, Wrestle Glory, the first Elimination Chamber in Canada where like The Rock and Trish are the only two superstars that have been on it twice in Canada.
Hmm.
So that's cool, and that's their home. I think it needed to be done. I'm here for it. I thought it was a good moment.
I agree with that. The only problem that I have with that match is the fact that there was no build up to that. Like Trish
Yeah,
just boom out of nowhere. Like there was no kind of storyline. Just boom, just
yeah,
match card
I
out of
feel you on
nowhere.
that. Yeah. But they're bad for that though. Like, I mean, Like that's like Nikki Bella. Like she just came out of nowhere in the Royal Rumble, and where's she at? Like where? Like I mean, I'm pretty sure Homegirl didn't just sign up just to do that one thing. Like I feel like she's gonna. I feel like she's going. I feel like she's gonna have some type of storyline, but we don't know yet. So I don't. I don't know. I feel like we got a lot coming up from
Oh
WrestleMania.
yeah, I'm so excited for the road to WrestleMania because it's
Road to
getting
WrestleMania.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
getting crazy. So the next match we had best friends turned into bitter enemies. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in a brutal match. If I if I may be wrong, but was it just me or was it you? I kind of felt like we got ECW vibes from that match.
Yeah, we definitely did. Attitude Era vibes, the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah, we
Now,
definitely did.
now I would like ECW wasn't around my times, but I've watched it like over the years,
Mhm.
and that match, yeah, that was some ECW hardcore extreme stuff they did. I
Yeah,
mean,
and it was one of those matches where like my boys were like constantly like, oh, yeah, oh, like, and that's what
yeah,
WWE is like. For WWE, like lives for the reaction, and like that was one of those matches where like there was a constant reaction from like my fam bam, which was cool,
yeah,
like
yeah,
they
because
had
like,
them locked in the whole time.
hmm because like at the very beginning, Sami Zayn put Kevin Owens through two tables, and then they pulled out the barbed wire chair. I ain't
And it
seen
just
that in years.
and the barbed wire, I mean, it just sounded brutal.
Yeah. Like it was wild. And then to top it all off, and I didn't really agree with it because of how extreme that match was. I
Mhm.
didn't really agree with the fact that they had this match and that match was that intense. And then as soon as that match is over, they bring back Randy Orton. I didn't really agree with that.
I get that because like there was already so much going on, but I mean, it had to. That's who Kevin Owens is who put Randy Orton like injured him. So I
Hmm.
mean, he needed to come out. I mean, there's never a bad moment for Randy Orton to grace our television screens. So I'm not mad that he came out. So I get what you're saying though, that like it was such like we already had so many emotions, but that just even made it more like intense because like he was gonna come out and get his revenge on
Hmm.
Kevin Owens. So I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool because I love me some Randy Orton too. So I was just like, yes, get him, Randy, because I don't like Kevin Owens. So I
Yeah.
was like, yes, come on out. That's who we needed because poor Sami Zayn just he tried his best, but poor fella wasn't getting the job done fast enough.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there, and you know Randy Orton he is getting older, so anytime you hear that music hit, it's always
Yeah.
exciting, you know, because you just don't
Yeah.
know how we just don't know how many times we may hear that.
Amen. Like that's you
Yeah,
gotta be excited about that.
yeah,
My kids, he's on our playlist. Like I hear voices, his song, like his theme
uh,
song. Oh my god. And like Jay Uso's like oh
yes.
my goodness. That song, that's how you should start your morning. Like if you're having a rough morning, my kids makes their entire day. Love it. We rolling up to school, blasted yeet.
Hey, whenever me and Mama went to go see Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago, we
Mhm.
was on the way. I said, you know what, Mama? I said, where's your thing yet so I can plug my phone up? She didn't have it. I said, I gotta get the mood set. I turned on Meta Bit J Uso. I turned that theme
Mhm.
music on. I was going
See, we
because
got a
it's
whole we
just,
got a whole playlist. Main event, Jay Uso, Randy Orton song. They love the Sami Zayn song too. They love his
oh
and
yeah,
John Cena's. Like
uh huh,
that's what's gonna be top tier. Is John Cena's heel music. Like
and we
I
gonna
am
get to
here
that.
for it. Sorry,
Hmm.
I am
No,
here
it's
for
okay.
it.
Yeah, but we're definitely getting ready to get to that in a moment. But what I would like to know is because obviously before the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match was even agreed to by Adam Pearce, the general manager of Raw, we knew that Sami Zayn was injured. He had a neck injury. So after that brutal of a match, and with Sami Zayn's injury, where do you see Sami Zayn going from here?
I personally think that Sam. I feel like he's probably going to take a little bit of a break because I mean that was the whole purpose of Randy Orton coming out. Is I mean that's going to be the next storyline is Kevin versus Randy. So I mean that kind of ended Sami Zayn's. Any lost, Sami's injured. I feel like he's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, and I hope that if they write it right, because yes, Kevin Owens he's a heel, but Randy Orton he's good too. So if they write the script right for this storyline, it could be some great storytelling.
It could, yeah.
And I definitely would love to see a showdown between KO and RKO at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool shirts.
Yeah. So the last match of the night, the men's elimination chamber, and a crazy, crazy plot twist at the end that nobody expected. Nobody expected this to happen. But what I would like to know is, what are your thoughts on Logan Paul being in the chamber match? Did you think he deserved it?
I mean, no, but I mean, it. You got like kids love him. Like he's like the YouTube like star, and I mean, his prime is like his, you know. So that's a big deal. So I just and he's good on the mic. Like I give it to Logan Paul. He is good on the mic. Like his trash talk, like in the pod, was hilarious. Like I don't like Logan Paul as like as I don't necessarily like him. He kind of gets on my nerves if we're being completely honest. But
Yeah,
the kids love him. He's good TV and he's good on the mic. So I
yeah,
mean, I don't necessarily think he deserved it, but then again, I mean, kinda because I really like the whole him and CM Punk. I like him and CM Punk. I think that could be a great storyline. I'm here
hmm
for it, and I like their trash talk and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he deserved it more than Drew McIntyre, if we're being honest. Drew McIntyre, I just, I don't know. He's not giving me what I need from him. He's just not. I don't even, if we're being completely honest, I really rarely, I don't remember Drew McIntyre in this match. Like, I remember, I think it was Logan Paul made a comment about him wearing a cape. And like, that, you know, just a funny jab or something. I remember laughing about that, but like, that was it. Like, I don't, Drew McIntyre did nothing that like was memorable for me type of thing.
yeah. And I was getting ready to ask you, how did you feel about Drew McIntyre being in the chamber? Did you think that he should have been in there?
No, I don't. I don't because I don't remember him, so I don't feel like he. I feel like he was a waste of a pod member.
Yeah, I feel like they should have replaced him with even with Jacob Fatu. They should have allowed Jacob Fatu to be
Yeah,
in that match.
gave him that moment. Gave him that moment.
Yeah. So the 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 end of the match, John Cena won. Before we get to what happened after that, how do you feel about John Cena winning that match?
I feel like we knew he was gonna win. I knew he was gonna win. I feel like he was going to win this match. Um, but I did. Okay, so I was reading where there was like somebody had made a comment that they were like, you know how before CM Punk and him started to fight, they like paid their respects to one another, you know? Well, whenever he got the win, that technically should have been Seth Rollins' win. You know, like Seth Rollins was the one that had put CM Punk down. So, and that's typically not like a John Cena move type of, you know, like he would have typically let like Seth Rollins go ahead and eliminate him, then he would have, you know, battled out with Seth Rollins type of thing. But
Uh-huh.
they were saying that he had already turned heel before that moment came, that they'd already started seeing the dishonor and the disloyalty, you know. Um, so yeah, I just feel like I thought it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a good match. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting it to come down to them, but I mean, I was happy with it.
And we got a throwback with CM Punk versus John Cena because they used to go at it back
I
in
know.
2013 or 2014, so we got some history right there.
Yeah, so that's why they paid their respects, before they even started, which I thought that was great. He was definitely still John at that point.
Yeah, and I hate that Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins was already eliminated. I hate that he went back and he curb stomped CM Punk. I hate that. That to me, that
Yeah,
was not a clean win. So I do
yeah.
agree with you whenever you say that that was kind of like the beginning of John Cena's turn. I agree with that
Mhm.
because I
Yeah.
just don't feel like that was a clean win. But now to the moment we all been waiting for. Hey, just give me 1 second, just one. Why ain't you following us on our social medias? Why haven't you downloaded the podcast? Why? And I need to know. Huh? Huh? Exactly, there's no excuse. So this is what I need from you guys. I need for you to go right now. Before we get back to this show, I need for you to go to Instagram and I need you to go to TikTok. In the search bar, I need for you to type in a.p.inc media underscore. It'll pop right on up there. Just hit the follow button. And then I need for you to slide right on over. It's right there across the street from it. It's right there on Podcast Avenue. You'll see it as soon as you turn left from Social Media Street. Turn left and you'll see it. Podcast Avenue. Big old sign. The Word With Zay podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. And you can also slide it on YouTube as well if you want to watch it visually. But I need for you guys to go to those platforms, wherever you would like to tune in, and go and hit that follow button and also download. Alright, love you guys. Let's get back to the show. Deuces. How do you feel about John Cena's heel turn?
I can't get over this man's face never turning back. It's so funny. My husband's face, like, let me tell you, my husband is probably John Cena's number one fan. Like, just point blank period. He remembers, like, he was a John, like, fan from the jump. Like, loves him to John Cena. So this man's reaction to, like, him turning heel, his jaw dropped. Like, I'm telling you, it was great. Because he looked like a little kid. Like, that somebody just
Oh,
took, like, his candy. Because he was so upset. It was just,
yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it because I always thought it was going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I always thought that was going to happen. I think that's great. Again, going back to like the full circle moment. My kids, Cody Rhodes is like their John Cena, the way like Kagan looks at John Cena and I look at John Cena. So
Yes.
I think that's just such a full circle moment. I love this. I love it. But somebody needed to be that. They could both be good. They can't both be baby faces of the
Right.
WWE. So it made much more sense for John Cena to be heel because I mean he hasn't been a heel in like 23 years anyway. So it made
I
more
don't
sense.
remember.
Well, he wasn't. I wouldn't necessarily say he was a heel. He was just, you remember whenever he was rapping and he would just
Mm-hmm.
rap you for filth. Like I mean that was he wasn't necessarily a heel, but that was like his bad boy era type of thing.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He wasn't like, yeah, that was just his bad boy face. Um, but it was that. But I'm excited for his music to turn. Like
Yeah,
his
I'm ready.
music to turn. I'm ready for what he's gonna wear. Like, what are you gonna say? Like dishonor? I literally saw somebody post on Facebook. You know how John's like the face of McDonald's, like and they were checking out or something, and they were like, "No, John, we will not have a nice day." And I was, but let me tell you something. John ain't smiling no more. That Mama John ain't smiling. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, I think it's great. I think it needed to happen. Honestly, I think I'm ready to see how it's gonna unfold. And I loved it. Like at his press conference, he literally just mic dropped. Like just like that. It was cool.
Yeah, like I never expected it because the whole time we were thinking it was going to be Cody Rhodes because him and The
Yeah,
Rock
everybody.
they were, yeah, like we thought that it was going to be Cody like John Cena of all people, I never would have expected that. But Martina, what I tell you, I literally I got nervous. That's just how crazy it was. It felt real. Whenever The Rock did that on his throat, and then they panned that camera over, and John Cena's face, his
It was
eyes looked
wild.
so dark and so evil. I was just
It
like
was
I
wild.
was, yeah. Like I'm so ready, and like I told you about with the whole Kevin Owens and Randy Orton thing. If they write this story right, this could be some historic storytelling.
Hmm. Yep,
Like
it sure
I'm
could.
so ready.
And I'm excited to see just, like I don't know, just everyone's reactions to it was super cool. Like I think that's like I said earlier, like WWE lives for the reactions. So like you had people crying, like there were little kids that were literally crying. Like it was just, and you know that I was reading that John Cena did his last. You know he does Make a Wish, like he grants little kids Make a Wish record dreams. And he did his last one like in the because this is last year, so he did his last one before this elimination chamber, and it makes sense because I mean he turned heel. He's a bad guy now. You know he don't be used to it. It's just so wild that like how everything is gonna change like just because
Yeah,
he's heel. It's so wild.
yeah. Like, I'm so ready to see how it goes because
Yeah,
I
me
know
too.
because I know that if whenever him and Cody go at it at WrestleMania, I think now I didn't believe it at first, but now I really think they're gonna give that belt to John. I think we're gonna see one last John Cena title run.
Yeah, that's what Kagan says. He thinks that John's gonna get it. I feel like he is too because I mean it makes sense. It doesn't make sense for him to lose it. Then what is he going? What's his storyline going to be the rest of the year? He's still
Yeah.
got to finish out this year. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, WrestleMania is in April, so I can see him having it at least until either Money in the Bank or I mean either SummerSlam or Money in the Bank.
I think he's going to lose it at SummerSlam.
hmm Yeah, and I see the thing where it said that we could that it could be um, John Cena and The Rock teaming up versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for SummerSlam.
That'd be grand. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's any more to Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns right now because I feel like whenever Roman Reigns returns, he's going after Seth Rollins because of what Seth did to him at the Royal Rumble.
Me too. I don't necessarily. I feel like Roman's probably going to stay stuck back until John's done.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. All right, Marty. So we are getting close to the end of the episode, but before we go, would you like to play a little game?
Sure.
All right. So this game is WWE trivia, and I thought since we're talking about WWE, what better way to do it than to end on a WWE themed game?
I feel like I'm
And
about to do bad at this.
and
Kagan is the guy that would be amazing. And my daddy. They're like wizards whenever it comes to this stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
I
and
just don't have
see,
my
yeah.
backup answers for
I
this.
was about to say he ain't there, so
I
we got to
know.
hear your
I got to do
answers.
it. Hmm.
All right, and just to see how much you really know about the WWE. You ready? All right. Question number one: what championship has John Cena never won?
Ain't it the Intercontinental?
Yep.
Okay.
Question number two: which member of the Shield has held the Intercontinental Championship?
Dean. Dean Ambrose?
Yes, you got it right. See,
Yeah.
you know a little bit. Okay, we
I
got three
love the
more.
Shield.
Oh yeah. Which diva superstar was the first to hold the women's title in 2008?
I feel like I should know this,
I
but I
feel like I can
don't.
get you with this one.
Yeah, because I always go to my go-to, which is Nikki Bella, but I definitely think that's wrong because I don't even know. I definitely don't think that's right.
Mm-mm. Wait a minute.
Mm,
I don't even think the Bella Twins were in the WWE at that time, were they?
me either. I don't think they were. I don't know. I don't know that one.
Okay, so you want to take another guess? Or you give me the answer.
You can give me the answer.
Okay, the answer is Michelle McCool, the Undertaker's wife.
I never got that. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Sorry. I thought I lost you.
All right. On that note, we got two more questions. You got to
Okay.
complete this. You got to complete the sentence. Okay.
Okay.
I am the Miz, and I'm blank.
Awesome.
Correct.
I love. You should watch Miz and Marie's
I've seen it.
show. It's
Miz and
great.
Mrs.
Ms. and Mrs. It is the best show.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of shows, everybody was. If you've ever watched Total Divas,
Yes, that's my show.
oh my gosh, do you remember when Nikki Bella was like living with John Cena and all his rules and stuff?
I don't remember. I remember they were together, but I don't remember that part.
It might have been on the Bella Twins whenever they had an E show called Total Bellas after Total Divas. And John Cena had the most rules in this house. Like, it was insane. And so I saw this video after he turned heel. They were like, we all knew John Cena was already a heel if we watched Total Bellas. So you need to watch Total Bellas too so you can see, like, John's ways. It's so funny.
I'll definitely go watch that. I think I'm going to binge watch that, actually.
You should. It's great. Total Bellas. You'll love it.
Okay. And it's on Peacock, too. So I think I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
watch
it
that.
is. It is. Yeah.
All right. We got one last question. All right. You ready? Okay. Which superstar won the first Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Zara?
Yes. I feel like you kind of knew that already.
Yeah, I did. I think I remembered that.
All right. So that's all the questions that we have. So
Good
thank
time.
you. Yes, thank you so
We
much
got to
for coming on.
reconvene after
Mania.
Mania, definitely. Yeah. That'll be a long episode.
Yeah, and I am ready for it. So
yes,
thank you,
so
Marty.
much for having me.
Absolutely. And thank you for coming. So we're going to have our word of the day, and then we're going to get you out of here. All right, so the word of the day is coming from Isaiah chapter 50, verse 7. And it says, For the Lord God will help me, therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. On that note, thank you again, Marty, for coming on this week, for coming on episode 10. And to every one of you that tunes in weekly, thank you guys so much. I could not do this without the Lord, of course, and also without you guys. So make sure that you continue to go and follow, download, 5-star rate, and review wherever you get your pods. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Also go and follow us on our socials, a.p.inc_media. You can find us there on TikTok and on Instagram. I'll be posting some Uncle Leroy content coming up. Uncle Leroy Smooth. And also, make sure that you go and subscribe to us on YouTube. That is where you can watch all Word With Zay episodes visually. And I'll also be posting the Uncle Leroy content on there as well. So make sure you go follow, subscribe, and download on all of those platforms. And thank you guys once again for tuning in yet again another week. Again, Martina, thank you so much. My best friend and sister, you know I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. And we can't wait to see you guys next week for an all-new episode of Word With Zay. So, until then, stay blessed and stay tuned, because another episode of the Word With Zay podcast is coming soon. So I hope you're ready next Friday. And that is our Word With Zay. Peace.